I bet you didn't know whales used to walk on land. Their ancient ancestors were wolf-like predators with fully functional legs, but after millions of years adapting to the ocean, those legs slowly shrank away until only tiny useless pelvic bones remained. You think that's bad? Hard to believe penguins once came from flying birds. Over time, flight became too energy expensive, so penguins traded the skies for insanely efficient swimming, while ostriches evolved into giant sprinting machines instead. Before we get into sadder ones, subscribe please. Sloths used to be crazy giants before their nerf. Their prehistoric ancestors were elephant-sized tanks that could stand on their hind legs and tear down entire trees. Evolution nerfed them into tiny, tree-dwelling creatures with a metabolism so slow it takes them up to a month just to digest a single leaf. Blind cavefish lived in complete darkness for so long that their eyes became useless, eventually disappearing entirely to save energy. Snakes used to look a lot more normal than they do now. Their ancestors had full limbs, but slithering through underground tunnels worked better without them, so evolution slowly erased their legs. Horses used to run around on multiple toes like weird forest creatures. As they adapted to open grasslands, evolution gradually reduced all those toes into one giant hoof built for speed. Leafcutter ants became so dependent on farming fungus that they completely lost the ability to digest the leaves they carry all day. Humans are basically one of the few animals that willingly lost their own fur coat. Early human ancestors were much hairier, but sweating and endurance running became more useful than being fully covered in fur. The next one feels less like evolution and more like domestication damage. Modern cows became far calmer and less survival-focused than their wild ancestors after thousands of years living around humans. Crabs somehow keep evolving by removing parts of themselves. Many ancient crab ancestors had long visible tails, but over time those tails shrank down or tucked underneath the body entirely. Imagine if pigeons still had dinosaur teeth. Ancient birds once had sharp reptilian teeth, but lighter beaks turned out to be better for flight, so the teeth disappeared completely. This next animal literally refused to grow up. Axolotls evolved to stay permanently in their juvenile aquatic form instead of transforming into full adult salamanders. Elephants used to be built like giant wool blankets. Ancient mammoths and elephant relatives had thick fur for surviving freezing climates, but modern elephants lost most of it after adapting to hotter environments. Chickens are basically the downgraded version of their original design. Their wild ancestors could fly short distances and survive effectively in forests, but modern chickens became heavier, slower, and much worse at flying. The next nerf sounds completely made up. Some burrowing lizards lost their external ears entirely because constantly getting dirt inside them was too much of a problem. Dolphins sacrificed an entire sense just to become better hunters. As whale ancestors adapted to ocean life, dolphins gradually lost most of their ability to smell and relied more on echolocation instead. This next creature became so lazy it deleted its own stomach. Tapeworms evolved to absorb nutrients directly through their skin, eventually losing the need for a digestive system entirely. The dodo might be the biggest example of evolution getting too comfortable. With almost no predators on its island, the dodo slowly lost the ability to fly right before humans and invasive animals arrived. Ancient sharks used to look way more heavily armored than modern ones. Over time, many shark species traded bulky protection for lighter, faster bodies built for efficient hunting. These animals really got the worst luck in evolution.